At dawn on September 17, 1862, a pale mist clung to the cornfields near a quiet Maryland town called Sharpsburg. The air was still, but beneath the silence an army stirred. Tens of thousands of Union soldiers shifting nervously in their ranks, waiting for the signal that would hurl them into history. Across a shallow creek called Antietam, Confederate troops lay hidden among ridges and fences, their tattered gray coats blending with the smoke of campfires that had burned all night. Neither side knew, as the sun rose at 5:30 a.m., that the day ahead would become the bloodiest in the history of America. The first attack came as the morning fog lifted. Union brigades charged across the rolling farmland toward a cornfield so dense the stalks towered above men's heads. Within minutes, the field was shredded by musket fire. The corn was cut down as if scythed, but it was not harvest, it was slaughter. Men screamed, fell, and disappeared into the stalks. Survivors later said the ground was so thick with bodies you could walk across it without touching soil. By 7 a.m., thousands lay dead or dying, and the battle had only just begun. The fight shifted south to a sunken dirt lane, a simple farm road that soon earned a new name, Bloody Lane. Confederate soldiers had dug in behind its banks, creating a natural trench. Union forces advanced again and again, each assault breaking like waves against the cliff. Muskets fired at point-blank range, cannon shot tore through packed ranks, and the screams echoed across the valley. For 4 hours, the road became a slaughter pen. When the Confederates finally broke, the lane was filled 3 bodies deep, a ribbon of blood that stretched as far as the eye could see. At noon, Union forces pressed toward a narrow stone bridge spanning Antietam Creek. Confederate sharpshooters positioned high on the bluffs poured relentless fire into every soldier who dared approach. For hours, the bridge became a killing ground, its stones slick with blood, the water below churning with the bodies of the fallen. Again and again, regiments charged, only to be repelled. At last, in the early afternoon, the defenders' ammunition dwindled and Union troops stormed across. But the victory was hollow. The price paid in lives staggered even hardened generals. By 3 p.m., the battlefield was an inferno of chaos. Cannon roared, smoke blackened the sky, and the stench of blood and powder suffocated the air. Neither side could claim control, yet neither would relent. Men who had fought since morning staggered on blistered feet, reloading with trembling hands, their ears deafened by hours of unbroken thunder. Horses screamed as they collapsed beside shattered guns. The wounded crawled through the dust, crying out for water that would never come. As twilight approached, the battle sputtered into stalemate. Union forces had gained ground but failed to destroy the Confederate army. The Confederates, though battered, still held their lines. When darkness fell, the groans of the dying replaced the roar of musket fire. Flickering lanterns revealed surgeons working in makeshift hospitals, sawing through shattered limbs, stacking amputated arms and legs like firewood. The ground was so soaked with blood that soldiers later swore their boots stuck in the earth as if trapped in glue. By midnight, the fields of Sharpsburg had fallen silent, but silence did not mean peace. More than 22,000 men were dead, wounded, or missing. Casualties greater than any single day before or since in American history. The cornfield, the sunken lane, the stone bridge, ordinary places that morning were now etched into memory as landscapes of horror. Yet outside those fields, life went on. The world barely registered what had happened in Maryland, and the names of Antietam and Sharpsburg faded from memory. But history shifted in that single day. The scale of Union losses shocked the North, yet the Confederacy's retreat gave Abraham Lincoln the chance he had waited for. Just days later, he issued the Emancipation Proclamation, transforming the war from a fight for Union into a fight for freedom. A blood-soaked battlefield, almost forgotten, became the turning point that altered the course of a nation. And so, September 17th, the bloodiest day no one talks about, lingers in the silence of old fields, in the whisper of corn swaying where men once fell, in the quiet stones of a bridge where water still runs red in memory. The echoes remain, though the voices are gone, a reminder that sometimes history's most decisive moments are not shouted but buried in the mud, waiting to be remembered.